me texting you, I'm sorry, and you texting me,
I forgive you.
And then that was it. We moved on.
Right.
Because you can be yourself the most with the people you're closest to, you can tend to also not give those people the best of you.
I feel most alive like when our kids are home and we're like cooking dinner, basically when we're all together.
So one more week and then we get to see her and our family will be together again.
Even when we had newborns, I still got in the shower every day. Do you know what I mean? You put them in a little thing and you know what I mean? You'd still want to make an effort and be the person that your husband fell in love with.
Yes, and you are.
Thanks. I'm so glad.
I really hope you like it.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Matthew West Podcast. I'm your host, Matthew West, and as always, I really hope you like it. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome to the Story House, Nashville, Tennessee, where we come from every episode here. This is my studio where I write my songs and my books and where I record the podcast. So welcome to my world, and thank you for inviting me into yours today. Man, I hope you're having a great day, but even if you're not having a great day, get ready to be encouraged in a big way because we've got a very special guest. You know her, you love her. She's become a recurring guest on the show, former supermodel. And if you're watching, this is a reason to watch the episode today because her beauty knows no bounds. For those who are just listening to the audio, I pity you, but I'm showing a picture of her. Was this from your modeling days?
It was.
Anyways, I keep this picture. I take it with me everywhere I go.
You don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, my lovely, beautiful, talented, kind, compassionate, patient, organized, intentional, what else?
Wife.
Yes, but I was going to say something about your very intentional about her dental hygiene. I mean, just so many things.
That's
She
strange.
does. You do. You go to the dentist quite often.
Every 6 months, everyone does that.
I need to do that more often.
I
But
know.
ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Mrs. Emily West.
Thank
What do you
you.
think of this picture? I keep this in my studio here. This was like a press of like a headshot from when you were you doing modeling?
I was.
My goodness.
That's a long time ago.
How did I land you? What in the world? And you look, how long ago was this? 30 years?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Actually.
What is it like to age in reverse?
Well, that's nice. You could answer that question. I feel like you're aging in reverse.
You think I am?
I do. You're
Well, I wasn't fishing for a compliment. But
Well.
I'll take it.
okay.
Thanks for joining me.
Sure.
You're joining me at the tail end of what I call the most expensive month of the year for me,
Right.
the month of May. Mm-hmm. And it's all your fault.
I know.
We could have spaced things out.
I know. That's the only thing we could have changed.
Your birthday is in May, Mother's Day, and our anniversary, all in the same month.
Right.
And my goodness, I need people to be listening to the podcast and streaming my songs because I need some royalty money to pay for all of your presents.
I know. Because just because they're close together, we can't it can't be a joint gift.
I've tried that. I've tried where it's like, hey, one gift will cover all three. That landed me in the doghouse before I got. So I've learned that you need presents for each holiday.
Right.
Right.
We're going to celebrate them each separately. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And for your birthday, you came on the road with me.
I did.
And that was fun.
That was fun.
We spent the day in Colonial Williamsburg, Virginia.
Right.
Which, who knew?
Who knew?
Well, I mean, I guess history knows.
Right.
What a special place that is in our nation's history.
Yes.
But beautiful too, right?
Yes. So sweet and charming. And we ate great food and shopped around.
Yeah, you gave me a hard time. You're like, everywhere we go, I think about what restaurants to eat at.
Right.
Which I think is a gift to you because you don't have to worry about where we're going to eat. It's always going to be good.
It's true.
But then you're like, oh, that's all you think about.
Well, no, I just was surprised that right after we had breakfast, you were trying to figure out where we should eat lunch.
Well, I mean, reservations are something to always consider. Like, you got to plan ahead.
That's true.
There was a cute little cheese shop called The Cheese Shop.
Right.
And that was neat. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like I don't think I've ever seen a cheese shop that I didn't feel like I need to get some cheese.
Right, and we did.
We did.
Some blue cheese and crackers. It was delicious. Did you eat that cheese?
I ate a bite of it, and then I forgot I had it.
Yeah.
And it went to waste. So, but favorite cheese, let's start there.
Mm-hmm. Mine's probably a sharp white cheddar.
Really? I would have guessed that you were going to pick a, you like, it's like that.
Oh, truffle Gouda.
Truffle Gouda.
I love it. That's true. I will go with that. You're right. Truffle Gouda's first, and then sharp white cheddar.
Mine would be Parmesan.
Really, not blue
like
cheese?
Like a Reggiano, like a.
Parmesan Reggiano.
Yeah, like, like from the wheel of cheese. Mm-hmm. You could get me that for a gift.
A wheel of cheese?
Just a wheel of Parmesan.
Okay.
And then we could do it like in Italy where they like scoop, they cook the pasta in it. Oh, that sounds
I think they
amazing.
cook the noodles, right? And then drop it in the cheese to get it coated in cheese. I think that's what they're doing.
It's whatever it is. If I see a video like that on Instagram or something, I'm watching it.
Magical.
And like right now, my whole feed is like food and like watches, because I started going down this rabbit hole of this guy in New York that like wheels and deals watches in the watch district. Is it the diamond district or the watch?
Well, there's a diamond district. I don't know if there's a watch district.
Anyways, I've kind of been in on like the wheel, and I don't know why I'm interested in that. We waste so much time on social media, don't we?
We do.
You do, for sure. How's your day going?
It's going well. I haven't done much today. Just stuck close to home.
Rainy
I had to
day.
go. Yeah, Delaney's finishing up. She works at this after-school program called Haynes Garden, and today's one of the last days, today and tomorrow. So I ran out and got the kids a cookie cake, and I wrote "Jesus loves you" on it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, because it's like vacation Bible.
Yeah, I love that our daughter's been working at this inner city program, and it's like her happy place.
Truly.
Hanging with these kids.
They're so sweet.
I think she'd adopt them if they'd let her.
She would.
Pretty amazing. Summertime's here. I feel like summer is your happy season. That's your favorite season, isn't it?
It is, because we're going to have 4th of July and go on vacation, and it's going to be warm and sunny. Hopefully we'll go to the beach. Lulu comes home from Fiji.
We can't wait for Lulu to come home. She's been on this missions trip for close to 6 months. So one more week, and then we get to see her. And our family will be together again.
Can't believe it.
We got a lot of things going on this summer, too. We're going to be... I'm going to be traveling a good bit, playing some shows, but we're going to travel together too. I've got a show at Carnegie Hall coming up, which if you're listening to this and looking to take a road trip and want to come and see a show, get tickets to Carnegie Hall.
For sure.
It's going to be with like a 200 voice choir, a full orchestra, and I'm going to be singing my songs like I never have before, like in that type of setting at a historic venue.
It's going to be awesome.
So we're taking the whole family to that one. You guys love going to New York.
We do.
Speaking of New York, I got to start making dinner reservations. Right?
You do. You probably should, actually.
What else is going on?
I don't think much else.
Well, how about the fact that we celebrated our anniversary?
We did.
Big deal.
Big deal. 22 years.
22 years. Can you believe that?
No, it's gone by so quickly. I remember the first year was the hardest, I would say. Year 1
like
and year 7.
with us getting along?
Yeah. Like adjusting to living with someone, adjusting to like you're being on the road and I was working.
I don't remember us like arguing a lot.
You don't?
In our first year?
I mean, I just remember the adjustment being tough.
Do you remember our first argument?
No.
I do.
What was it?
It was our honeymoon.
What did we argue about?
I was offended that you brought a book to read. Because I thought like on our honeymoon, we would just stare into each other's eyes.
Right.
And you just opened a book and started reading.
On the airplane?
No, at the pool.
Oh.
Remember?
Yeah.
And remember there were 2 pools on our honeymoon. Do you don't remember this? No. We were in Mexico. Uh-huh. You don't remember this?
I don't remember 2 pools.
And we were like, I wonder what's at that pool. And we went over to the other pool, and it was like a clothing optional pool.
Oh, okay.
And we were like, let's go back to the other pool. You don't remember that?
I don't. Not at all.
I was like, where are we? And it wasn't like, we weren't at like a shady place.
No.
But that pool was not the right pool to be at.
No.
You don't remember any of this?
I don't remember any of that.
Well, no wonder our marriage has gone by fast.
It's true.
What the heck?
Well, someone asked me the other day when we went on our trip to Europe, they're like, where did you fly through? Like from Nashville to where? And I was like,
when we went to Europe last year?
Yeah.
We went through London.
We flew Nashville to London?
Yeah.
Okay.
On British Airways.
I didn't remember any of it. I was like, maybe New York? No, maybe Chicago. Like, I didn't remember it all.
Okay.
It's bad.
That is bad.
Yeah.
Is that do you think you're having memory loss?
No, I think you just book everything and I just follow you around.
Yeah, just like that TikTok trend. Like, I'm Matthew and I book this. And then,
Right. Hi, I'm Emily.
and it's like, I'm Matthew. I booked it. I
Right.
did do a lot.
You did. It was
I
awesome.
don't want to pat myself on the back.
No,
but-
you should. It was so fun.
So we're excited to have the family back together. We're excited to have an epic summer, epic sweaty Tennessee summer.
Yes, very humid.
What are things you're excited about? 4th of July, of course.
I love 4th of July.
4th of July.
Yes.
Are we going to be in Nashville for the 4th of July this year?
Yes, we'll be here.
We are.
I think so.
Last year we were in Paris, which was fun.
Yes, that was super
A little
fun.
different, but fun.
Fun.
So that's about it, huh?
I think so.
That's good. Hey, had a great conversation on a previous episode with Melanie Schenkel,
Oh, yeah.
who wrote Here Be Dragons.
Yes, I love that book.
I mean, really powerful, sharing about her family story and just dealing with the difficult relationship with her mother and how finding healing in that helped her deal with her daughter's challenges with Mean Girls. But I know you read that book and loved it.
Loved it.
Did you read it recently? Is that how I found out about her to have her on the show?
Yes.
Okay.
I listened to it while I walked. Like an audiobook.
You
And
prefer audiobooks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lately I do. I never listened to them until like last year, and now I walk and listen to them.
I love audiobooks.
You're the one that told me about it.
Yeah. I record audio for my own books. So every one of my books, I think, has an audiobook. My Christmas book, My Story, Your Glory, I think all of them. But it's like 12 hours of recording the audio.
It's hard to do.
But I always wonder, is there anybody out there listening to me read my own book like that?
yeah.
But I like listening to other people's audiobooks.
I do too. I love listening to that one.
Yeah. I was hoping that the love song I released the day before our anniversary, Growing Up and Growing Old, would suffice, would count as one of your gifts.
Okay.
Did it?
Yes. That's a beautiful gift. I love it. I'll treasure it always. I'm serious. I love it.
I hope people have been listening to that one. I wanted it to be an alternative to Butterfly Kisses for people's wedding songs.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You've written quite a few songs, though, that.
I have
People-
a lot of love songs. That's one of the coolest things. People will come to and bring like their wedding invitation and have me sign it
Aw.
because I got to be part of their wedding.
Like they had someone sing it at their.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah,
sweet.
Which is pretty cool.
That's really
So
sweet.
I think I'll always do. I feel like I'm always going to write a love song because I have so much love for you that it can't be expressed in just one song.
Right.
Guys, my friends at Simply Earth have started a company that makes it easy to create your own candles, soaps, and more, even for beginners like me. With the Simply Earth recipe box, you can make your own DIY natural products. Emphasis on the word natural, meaning good for you. And yes, I hope to show you some of me making some of these products myself soon. Why try it? Each box delivers pure natural ingredients and simple recipe cards right to your door. So start making natural DIY products while listening to the Matthew West podcast, of course, each week. Now, they tell me they have over 6,000 5-star reviews, and each month brings a new theme to explore. Plus, check this out. This company, Simply Earth, donates 13% of their profits to help end human trafficking. How amazing is that? So do your part to help end human trafficking and sign up for Simply Earth. Are you ready to get started? Go to simplyearth.com and use code WEST to get a free car diffuser with your subscription. Don't wait. These guys are awesome. You're going to love it. Join the Simply Earth community today. Help end human trafficking. Go to simplyearth.com to get started.
So did you say you had some questions that people...
People on Instagram.
Are they questions for you or questions for me?
Kind of for both.
Okay.
Okay, so what is something that people would be surprised to know that's in your home?
That would be surprised to know that's in my home? A sauna from Costco.
That could be. You know what I thought of is your parents. Do you know what I mean? Because your parents live.
Well, I wasn't thinking of humans.
I know. At first I was like, I don't know that there's anything surprising in our home. We don't have any like peacock in the backyard or anything strange.
We have
But we have in-laws.
rabbits.
Well, yeah.
And we have chipmunks invading.
And what do you call
birds that are put nests in your mums.
In my ferns.
In your ferns.
And what do you call those? What are those things?
Moles.
Yes, those moles. We have moles in our grass.
But we do have mom and dad too.
Yeah.
My parents live with us.
Right.
In a separate section. Like they have their own place.
Right. They have an apartment above the garage with their own kitchen and laundry and bedroom, bathroom, living room. Because I think people think they like come down and get milk out of our refrigerator and stuff. Like they have their own.
Well, I mean, I think my dad's been known to raid our snack drawers.
Yes.
Sometimes I catch him reading my mail. Go back to your apartment, Dad.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something. And what else? What was the question? Something people
Something
don't.
you'd be surprised to know that we have in our home.
I mean, would they be surprised to know? Let's see, what else? There's what would they be surprised? What else? That's probably it.
I can't think of anything.
I mean, my studio
Sure.
is in our home, but I think people already kind of know that. Yeah, I guess I would say the sauna from Costco and my mom and my dad.
Okay.
Which, by the way, like I've gotten way into sauna.
I know.
And all the research says that like it reduces your risk of
Everything.
death by like 40% if you do it 4 times a week.
And you're doing that.
I love it.
How long do you sit in there?
3 hours.
No, you don't.
3
like
hours a day.
45 minutes or an hour? How long do you
No,
sit?
40 minutes.
That's so good.
But it's infrared, so it's like 150 degrees. I don't even know if it ever gets to 150, but like
It's hot.
I want to get a cold plunge.
I know. We should figure out where to put it.
Yeah, I want to get that. In the wintertime, we have a pool in the backyard, and that would be my cold plunge because it's super cold.
Right.
But in the summertime, that heats up, and I got to figure out another way to punish myself with
I know.
freezing cold water.
I don't know how you do that. I think I could do the sauna before I could do a cold plunge.
You should start doing the sauna. It's not just for men.
It's not.
No, it's not just a men's sauna. You can
Okay.
use it if you'd like.
Okay. Okay. What makes you feel the most alive?
What makes me feel the most alive? Boy, that's a big question. You go.
I think I feel most alive like when our kids are home and we're like cooking dinner and we're all together, or like 4th of July, we're doing something fun as a family, even just basically when we're all together. It's my favorite thing, and I just feel like the most at home, the most comfortable. You all know me the best, you know?
Yeah, when I think of like John 10:10, Jesus said, I've come that they may have life and have it to the fullest. Like, I think of like life feels full when the house is full, for sure. Like when we're doing things together as a family. I think when I'm writing a song, like I'm like, I feel alive when I'm like creating. Do you know what I mean? So that's something for me. I think sometimes on stage, it's just like,
Really?
this is amazing. You know what I mean? And then, I mean, obviously, like when when you're helping somebody else, that's always like, I have a hard time receiving a gift, but when I'm seeing somebody receive a gift that I've given them, like I understand like fullness of life, like when I'm helping somebody else. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. That's a good answer.
So anything else for you?
No, I don't think so.
Good ice cream cone makes me feel alive too. Not gonna lie.
Okay, what's the best book you've ever read? Of course, we're not talking about the Bible. That would be the best book. But what's the best book you've ever read?
I loved A Prayer for Owen Meany.
Oh, what's that? I haven't read that.
Do you remember the movie Simon Birch? It's the book that inspired the movie Simon Birch.
Okay.
I read that book top to bottom and couldn't put it down.
Really?
Yes. And then I read the autobiography of Steve Martin, the comedian, called Born Standing Up. That's in my top 5. I don't know
Really?
why. It's just such a good book.
Did you read it or listen to it?
I read it.
And was it funny?
It was funny. It was honest. It was just about this guy. I mean, he tells the story of like being this comedian that was selling out arenas, and he was just battling severe depression. And it was just like a really interesting story. So I don't know why that comes to mind. There's a book called The War of Art that I love by Stephen Pressfield. that I read once a year audiobook because it's all about being creative and like fighting the things that come up as resistance to keep you from creating. So like those are a couple books that come to mind. What about you?
I really loved, these aren't books that you would have ever heard of, but
You can tell me.
It's a book called The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. And she's like one of my favorite authors. She wrote one called The Nightingale. That's really good too. It made me cry.
But are these like,
They're just novels,
okay.
but they're like, make you think, really sweet. Yeah. And I really like a really big book because then it goes on and on.
You do?
I do.
Ugh.
You don't?
I mean, I like a quicker read for sure. I have a hard time staying in for a long book.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. When do you feel most like yourself?
When I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we're together, I would say the same.
Yeah. When I don't have to, I always joke about like having to be on, which doesn't mean that I'm being somebody inauthentic to myself, but there is an element of like having, when a lot of my life is in front of a microphone or on a stage or in light,
Yep.
So I feel alive in those moments, but I don't know, you try to be your authentic self, but there's just a difference when you're with the ones who, I know that you don't need me to sing pretty. You know what I mean? Like you don't need me to perform. You know what I mean?
That's a better way to put it. Yeah.
What about you?
Most like myself? Yeah, same. Just when I'm with my family, when I'm with you guys. I mean, I know that's just a easy answer, but that's.
Or what about at Tito's Mexican restaurant with your friend Emily?
Yeah. I go to Tito's every week with my friend Emily. My friend Emily is a single mom, and her only son went off to college, so we agreed we would meet every week for dinner, and we just always go to the same restaurant. It's called Tito's. But yeah, we just laugh and tell stories. But that's the other time is when I'm with like my closest 3 friends.
Yeah. Speaking of Mexican restaurant, we have a new obsession in Nashville, don't we?
We do.
I need to buy stock in this company because we've eaten at Little Ray, R-E-A.
R-E-Y.
What did I just say?
R-E-A.
Yeah, R-E-Y.
Yeah.
Little Ray. I guess there's one in Raleigh. Holy cow. And it's not fancy.
Not at all.
It's like a walk-up counter. But the tacos are
delicious.
ridiculous.
Yes, and the chicken, you get that like whole chicken.
Nashville's getting some really good spots.
It is. For the foodie that you are.
Yeah.
Good. But I mean, this one's not fancy, but I would go there again tonight. And we went 2 nights ago. It's so good.
Let's do it.
Okay, so someone asked tips for a newly married couple. What are some tips? Like when you said you remember what our first argument was on our honeymoon, and I'm like, I don't remember that. That's kind of what came to mind when I read that. I was like, you're going to stress and argue about things that really don't matter. You know what I mean? Just like, I remember your mom telling me the best story. They've been married. How long have your parents been married? 55 years?
Yeah, this year, 55.
They had come to visit. It was the first year we were married, and I was mad at you. We'd gotten in an argument about something, and your mom and I were driving down the road, and she said, I'll never forget when Joe and I were first married. We would get in a fight, and I would pack up my go-go boots and my 3 dresses, and I would call the airline and find out the times of the flights to fly home. Like from where did they live in? Minneapolis or something?
Yeah, they were at Bible College in Minneapolis.
And she would, because then you couldn't look on the internet. She would have to call, and she would write down like American Airlines flight 273 leaves at 1:15. She would write them down and leave them there just as a.
Oh my gosh!
She would pack up her go-go boots. Isn't that cute?
That's amazing.
And then they would make up just like we did.
Yeah, I feel like the other day, our text exchange would be a good tip for newlyweds, and that was like me texting you, I'm sorry, and you texting me, I forgive you. And then that was it. We moved on. Right. You know what I mean?
Yes. That's
so
true.
like quick to ask for forgiveness, quick to forgive, trying not to major on minors.
Right.
But, I think the other part of it is like too many times, because you can be yourself the most with the people you're closest to, you can tend to also not give those people the best of you, right? And I think I've been guilty of that a lot, where it's like I got to be on for everybody else, so then it's like you come home and not necessarily offer my best to the ones that deserve my best, you know? So I think that's an important thing to think about. Like if you're a newlywed husband, you're going to work and you're trying to, you know, be your best and provide, but then coming home drained, depleted, cranky, whatever, and you give your spouse the worst of you.
Right.
You know, that's never a recipe for success long term.
No. I was talking to Lynn Wilson, Ann Wilson's mom, about this not too long ago. And she said, I feel like you should give lessons to the band members' spouses about how to be a road wife. And this applies to just anyone. But I think I sort of have always looked at it like, for lack of a better word, like a 1950s wife. Like I felt like you go and you do and you work and I'll keep what I can at home. The groceries and the dinner and the kids and the, you know what I mean? Not that you weren't involved. I just meant when you came home, I wanted it to be a place of like peace and a place you wanted to come home to. It wasn't loud. It wasn't, kids weren't screaming. It wasn't, do you know what I mean? It wasn't craziness, and dinner was hopefully made most of the time, and you had what you liked in the refrigerator, and your laundry was done, and the house was picked up, and the dog was fed, like all of the things so that you felt like you could come home and this would be a place of rest.
Yeah, well, that sounds amazing.
You don't think I've done that?
No, just kidding. You have.
That's sort of.
But you make it sound like, I mean, like I still do.
Oh,
no,
I'm not saying that at all.
Take the trash out.
Yes,
Matthew.
you do.
Okay.
No. I just mean so that when you did come home after being on the road, you know, you'd be gone 4 days a week and come home and you wanted to spend time with the kids. And I would just sort of make sure I handled, and I've never been one for you to come home and I'm in like sweatpants and haven't showered in 3 days and my hair's greasy. Like I've never been that either. Do you know what I mean? I feel like you want to look your best for your husband and feel your best in your kid. You know what I mean?
And for you.
Yeah,
You don't
and
do
for
that
me.
for me.
No. But I don't know. I think even when we had newborns, I still got in the shower every day. Do you know what I mean? You put them in a little thing and you know what I mean? You'd still want to make an effort and be the person that your husband fell in love with, I guess is how I look at it.
Yes, and you are.
I'm so glad.
That's funny. That's good.
Okay.
Those are good. So any other advice for newlyweds?
Oh. No, pray for each other, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of the, like, I guess the things that go without saying should still be said, obviously, like, you know, putting Jesus at the center of your marriage and making sure your spouse knows you're praying for them.
For sure.
Those are foundational pieces. There's no doubt about it.
No. Someone asked my favorite song that you'd written. And that's hard because it used to be Reason for the World. For years it was that. I just love that song. And
which was on my
Story of Your Life, right?
Story of Your Life album. And it was never a radio single or anything.
No.
Why is that your favorite?
I don't know. I just have always loved that song.
Okay.
And then lately, I think I really love Me on Your Mind. But then you wrote 18 Summers, and I really love that because that's our girls. So I don't know. I love all your songs, but those are probably my...
Yeah, I remember telling you about Me on Your Mind. I was like, I got this idea. We were on a walk during the pandemic.
Yep.
And just telling you that idea, your response to that idea made me know that was a special idea.
Yes, I started crying.
And so I went and was like, okay, we got to write that one.
Yeah, it was a good song. I love it. Empty nesters. People want to know what we're going to do, where we're going to live.
When we're empty nesters, we still got a few years away from that.
I know, we have 2 years.
But even when your kids are in college, does that mean you're an empty nester?
I think so.
Oh.
Like they're not at your house under your roof all the time.
Well, we're going to have another baby, aren't we?
You say this all the time. Every week he wants me to have another baby.
Yeah. We'll have a 20-year-old and a 1-year-old. That sounds great. Yeah, I haven't really thought ahead.
I know.
I don't, you know.
We'll be here.
Yeah, I mean, I think Nashville is a great place to live, and I was talking to somebody the other day who said, "Well, we'll go where our kids go." You know what I mean? I was like, "Oh, that's interesting to think about. Like, you want to be close to where your kids are on some level."
Grandkids one day.
Yeah, we like going to the beach. You know, I don't see us like being old and like living in Del Boca Vista like Jerry Seinfeld's parents. Do you?
I would love that.
Okay.
When you retire when you're 80, because I think you'll keep going that long. I would love that, to be somewhere where it's warm. We can walk on the beach.
You think I'll keep going till I'm 80? Not
no.
singing songs.
Well, I think you'll still be writing and for a long time.
Yeah. I just don't know that I believe in retirement. Like, especially when it comes to just like ministry, it's like, man, you know what I mean? It might look different, but yeah, I think, we'll probably spend more time. I do understand more and more why people like to go to warmer weather in the winter the older they get. Like, I'm like, oh.
Does that mean we're getting old?
I get it. Well, we were in Florida in the winter months for a few days and seeing all these like older retired people. And I was like, oh, this is nice. This is good.
Yeah.
That's good. Was that the last question?
Well, no, there are more. Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, we got time for one more.
One more? I find that on Instagram, when people message me, there are a lot of lonely people in the world. And someone asked about making friends in your 40s, like advice for making friends. And the first thing that came, I guess this is more a question for me than for you, because you're not going out seeking friends. I don't know that I really am either. But I think going to the YMCA. I meet all kinds of people at the Y in those classes. So,
really?
Yes, I talk to all those women, and not that they're like friends, but they're friendly, and I would absolutely feel comfortable asking one of them to coffee or lunch or something one day. I don't, because we're busy and kids and family and stuff, but like, I think something like that is a great place to make friends in your 40s.
At the YMCA.
Yeah, or at a workout class, or like take a pickleball class, or, a dance class, or something like that.
Yeah, I think going where community exists and what type of community you want to be involved in is super important too, right? It's like, getting plugged in at your church, it sounds like such a basic answer, but like, I think that's, when you plug into a good church and, there's so many opportunities to join community groups and small groups and volunteer and serve and like, just putting yourself out there, which is a lot easier said than done. You know what I mean? I've never been one that has like a ton of friendships. Like I have a lot of acquaintances and business relationships. Do you know what I mean? But like, then when I'm home, it's just like you guys.
Right.
And a few, but I do think like church is a great, the church we go to, like they have no shortage of age specific community out.
Small groups.
That's a big thing, and to be lonely, I feel like you have to make a choice to be lonely, just as like you can make a choice to find community. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
Like you have to put yourself
out there. Yeah.
Not to discredit, like somebody feels lonely, like that's a very real, you know what I mean? Somebody who's lost their spouse, or somebody who's never been married, or, for whatever reason, the house is quiet. Like, figuring out how to put yourself out there is way easier said than done.
That's true.
I don't want to be insensitive to that one.
Because it's easier when you have kids, because you're at their school and you're meeting people with kids around the same age, and so I'm sure it does get harder.
But like there's like a lot of people I know. It's like they take family vacation. They take couple vacations with a bunch of other couples, and it's like, I don't everybody looks different. Like, you know what I mean?
And we've never done that really, because you are, because you travel, and when you are home and with us, you want to be with us. Like you don't necessarily want to go on vacations with other families. You want to be with us.
Yeah, I want to be with you guys.
Yeah.
So. But I think getting plugged in at your church is a great, like if you haven't done that and you're saying you're lonely,
try
that's got to be something you reach out and try,
For sure. There were other questions, but I'll end it with, what's your favorite late night snack? I guess we shouldn't say late night, because you stop eating at 8.
I try to stop eating at 8. Ice cream though, 100%. And then you've bought this like spicy mix, like snack mix thing.
That Wicked good one, the one in the black bag.
Good.
So good.
What is that? Can we get them to sponsor the pod?
I wish. That's so good.
But I like ice cream, and I like that like salty, spicy, snack mix. What's your favorite late night snack?
I like purple Doritos. The Doritos in the purple bag. So good.
Sweet.
They're like spicy, chili spicy, or chili lime, maybe something.
It's making my mouth water.
I know, they're so good. I try not to buy them, but
it's not
really
good
like
for you.
No, we had them for my birthday on the road, because David got them for me, And it reminded me how much I like them.
If you or Delaney have made cookies, that's my...
Yeah.
If those are sitting in the kitchen late night, that's a temptation point for me, for sure. You make some good stuff, too.
Thanks.
You make some really good stuff. But you got to stop.
I know. I haven't lately. I haven't made lemon cake with blueberries.
But you made chocolate chip cookies.
Well, just because AJ was here yesterday.
Yeah, my songwriter friend likes your cookies, so you made some.
Yep.
It's just the kind of person you are. Thanks for joining me today. This was fun.
Of course. Good to be here.
I love you.
Love you.
Here's to a great summer.
Yes.
People love listening to you on the podcast, so thanks for joining me.
Of course.
That's the show for today, guys. Emily's got to go back and do my laundry. That's how you made it sound like earlier. You're like,
I do your laundry.
You do. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
But I'm just saying, like, tell them what I do.
You take out the trash.
Yeah, take out the trash.
You walk the dogs.
Yeah.
You let them out at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff. I love you.
Love you.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Remember, you get one shot at this life. Go make the most of it. It's your story for His glory. And thanks to Emily West for joining me. See you next week.